What the jack is everybody, Jenna here bringing you another video. I know, it has been a long time since my last one. I really have no excuse, I'm just a lazy fuck. I however hope to change that. Now, I do have to start off with some bad news. I am quitting my blaster. I've been trying to find another main for a while now, but no class has ever interested me besides Zero, but Reboot's never getting that. Then in December 2019, KMS revealed Adele, and I was nearly sold on the class from second trip alone, with Punto being just as good as blaster mobbing. Then I saw a third job and I was sold instantly, feeling the same sort of excitement as I did when I first saw Blaster back in December 2015. I was ready to finally ditch this class and go all out on Adele. So what made me decide this? My blaster is nearly completed, with only a few equips still left to upgrade: Arcanes, Transposed Patmark, Golix Rings, and 2 more big grinds remaining in Tower of Oz and Reaching 275. It might be hard to understand why I'm stopping progression, especially on a character with a portable badge, and the bulk of the time-gated content, such as symbol dailies, already finished. Blaster has been a painful experience ever since I ended Endgame, not because of how mechanically intensive the class is, but because of how poorly they compare to other far easier classes. Other classes mob better, burst better, and DPM better, while also being 90% less intensive as Blaster. Between the majority of the classes gaining ridiculous benefits from the hard speed cap, counter-thematic Blaster fifth drop designs that changes the class from high APM to a one-button chump, and burst being hard-gated by server issues, Blaster feels worse to play every day. Comboing to my best ability really makes me above average. The only thing keeping me invested into a class clearly unloved by the devs is sunk cost fallacy. My Blaster's gear is the work of over 4 years of progression, and that time invested comes with unrealistic expectations and entitlements, especially on a mechanically intensive class. Blaster's new 5th drop skill after Image Shock has only made my decision to leave this class that much easier. Once again, KMS devs give Blaster no innovation into its kit, and it remains the same. Now, why Adele? Many KMS class reveals have shown off insane potential. However, actually restarting in a server such as Reboot is quite punishing, especially these days. With the removal of portable badges, having to do Arcane Force dailies again, waiting rooms for heart, gold accessories, ETC boss drops for arcane gear, all dissuade people to making new mains. However, Adele's thematic and design make these cons worth it. It was why I wanted a main Blaster initially, and why I never committed to any other new classes such as Kadena, Arc, and Pathfinder despite the nerfs Blaster received. While they could potentially offer me better mobbing, burst, and or DPM, none of them had the thematic and design I sought after. This is why I wanted to main Adele, as even with expected nerfs, I will still enjoy the class. Now, I'm also not delusional enough to have my doubts already. Such a big decision without even playing the class is questionable, so I went ahead and leveled up an Adele on Maple C to about 125, did some bosses with 40k range, and learnt more about the class. Yes, it will take some time to getting used to Adele, but the focus on macro management versus Blaster's micromanagement is a welcome change. I am curious once the hype has died down, and I have some time invested into the class to see what dislikes I'll discover. It's very easy to see the best out of a class when they are showcased, but hard to gauge the bad. So what does remaking a main Reboot in 2020 look like? Adele confirmed the release that reset on June 24th, 24 hours before weekly reset. Day 1 is going to be hectic. The first challenge will be character relating Kana treasure rings, which will involve in making Adele, getting to level 160, completing the Kana pre-quest with Princess No, and start forcing the Kana treasure ring to 22 stars. If it booms, delete the Adele and make another one. Do this until the ring is 22 stars. Assuming character relating goes well, the next goal is to complete before weekly reset include the following: getting to 190, Hard Lotus and Damien carries, potentially netting 5 that abs on day 2, starting off CIA praise, Princess No for day 2 best and slot secondary, which will require to complete the other 2 praise. And then you've got the Czak, Pink Bean, Commercy, Arc, Golix, Chaos Pap, and then depending how much time is left before reset, try and get a 210 for an extra day of DJ and Choo-Choo dailies. I probably will only be able to get a 200, it all depends how quick Star Forcing on treasure rings will go. Between all of this and upgrading off event, it's sure to be a crazy day 1. The tempo won't slow down as I need to rush to 235 before the next weekly reset to be eligible for a hard wheel carry. I have been preparing Adele for over 3 months now, and have the Mesa to invest in early game damage, which will be critical in overcoming Arcane Force penalties, which will be necessary in my rush 275. Yes, you heard me right, all of this prep is to be one of the first Adele to 275. While my initial scope includes a lot of hours to grind, I don't intend to sacrifice my well-being or in real life commitments to achieve that rank 1 spot. I just care about hitting max level, I don't care when, but I want it to be sooner rather than later. So what does 3 months of preparation look like? With my Blaster endgame, my Adele already have 8k Legion and a set of links with the majority of them being level 3. I spent a week getting my Kishbuild from 247 to 55, and since the end of March I've been farming Meso and droplets. As of June 22nd, I've obtained 415 bill Meso, 756 Arcana droplets, and 108 Aspera droplets. 108 droplets will let me to buy 1 shoulder, and 756 Arcana droplets will let me either 7 armors or 1 weapon and 5 armors. However, I'll be time gated by at least 5 months before 5 set becomes plausible. However, this time frame might be lessened if, of course, I get lucky and get a drop or drops. Ideally, I hope for a weapon drop, as that would save me 216 droplets, enough for 2 armor pieces. Now, I said I hope to bring more content to this channel. While this is easier said than done, most of the initial content will be on Twitch. I hope to stream most of my Dell's progress and we'll be putting in some big hours in the first 10 days of the class release. While I haven't committed to anything just yet, I'm aiming to start my stream on each day at reset. I have some awesome emotes available already, and more are on the way. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope to see all of you on June 24th at reset when Adele is released and this journey can begin. As always, have a good day, don't forget to go check yourselves.